This is your money moment with your boy Marc.
And your girl Mona.
Why you laughing?
You were just really excited today.
Well, of course, the season's changing. You know, springtime.
It's springtime. So springtime means what? Spring cleaning. Because he act like he never
I thought
know what
you was
to do.
going with spring forward, like the time getting ready to change.
Yeah, that's true.
Weather
that's
about
true,
to get
true.
right.
That is happening tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, tonight. All right, so since it's springtime, you like to do a little spring cleaning. So since today, did we say what we're talking about today?
No, we have not.
Oh, we're talking about budgeting today.
Yes.
Budgeting. But before we get into budgeting, we want to help you get organized, do some spring cleaning. So I know tax time is over, excitement's done. My refund's already in savings.
Yes, I got mine too. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like a little fatter now.
You got a child, now you got tax credit.
Yeah,
Look at you. Look at
you.
you.
Know, right.
Yeah, so.
They still brush their shoulders off?
They don't do that no
Oh,
more.
it's okay.
All right, so getting organized. So before we even get into a budget, we want you to get organized. So if you had some extra money laying around, you can just throw that in savings for right now. Keep it there. And getting organized. So what kind of bills do you have to pay? Get those bills. I know a lot of people have paper statements still. So if you have any paper statements you get in the mail, just get those, organize those when they're due, times that you get paid. You know what your annual salary is now because you got your W-2 maybe a couple of months ago. What are some other things they can get together?
Yeah, insurance documents.
Insurance documents. You got to pay your insurance premiums every month. I know you drive, so you're going to need insurance. So get those together. Trying to think.
So you got your auto, your health, your tax documents, any account statements from your bank. I know for myself, we have like a little concordian or a little file organizer.
A little file cabinet. Yeah, I got a file cabinet from the thrift store. It was like $3. It's like one of those full.
Look at you.
You can pull out. Yeah, so I can organize
Frugal.
Frugal. All right. So once you got organized, we're gonna budget. What's a budget, you may ask?
Yeah.
Budget.
There's money coming in, money going out.
Okay. Let's break that down a little better. So a budget is a plan.
Yeah.
A plan that shows how you're gonna spend your money. Every single cent. So normally I budget out within the month, so I'm going to say every month. I know what bills are going out, so I know my expenses, and I know what's coming in, so I know my income. So making a budget can really help you get towards a goal that you might want in life, whether it be to save a certain amount of money by this time, or I just got engaged, y'all. So for me right now, I'm budgeting because I need to save for a wedding. And that's
help a Lord.
Not inexpensive.
Help a Lord.
I might just go ahead on to the courthouse. Just get done. But whether you're saving for a particular event or even it's always good to have savings for emergencies, for things like that. So,
or even, setting up amount of money and an amount of money to help pay for debt.
Yeah. Yeah, like you have a certain debt. Like if you have student loans, and you're like, man, I just really want to get these done one day before I die, because a lot of people are still they're not gonna pay them off. But
so essentially, a budget is organizing your finances. Okay, it's prioritizing your spending. You got that? Prioritizing.
That was good.
So, why are you tripping, Dave?
Sorry.
You tripping?
I'm hyped.
So you want to prioritize where your money is going. So all of your income that you receive, of course you're gonna have your fixed expenses like your bills and stuff like that. But then you have those other spending areas, like entertainment, your vacations and clothes and shoes and all of that stuff going on inside the budget, where you kind of want to monitor what's going on. So I know a good habit for myself is, when I first started, I actually was just writing down everything I spent during the day. And then at the end of the week, I reviewed all of my spending, and I was like noticing that, hey, I'm spending too much in this area. I need to cut back. Or, I need to put this in my savings account. Well, this money right here can go towards my debt that I have. And so that was one of the things that kind of helped me to start doing a budget.
Yeah, I like that you use the word prioritize, because really your budget is really based on your values. So whatever you value is where your money is going to go. So say for instance you have someone who really values their shoes, or they value clothes. They're going to have, their money's going to go towards their shoes in their closet, their clothes in their closet. But say you have somebody that values, I want to be out of debt, or they want to save for their big day, they're getting married, they value their family, they're going to spend their funds on those things instead. So whatever you value, that's really your core of your budget. So say you're like, man, I want to budget on getting like for me, say I was like, man, I want to get married in January, and I really want to budget for my wedding. But my value right now might be, I'm used to being single, I'm used to not having to think about anything else. My value might be, but I still like to buy clothes, I buy shoes and everything like that. So if I'm valuing those things, by the time January comes, I'm like, man, I didn't save up any money because my values weren't in the right place.
Right. So essentially a budget is not to restrict you. It's not like a taskmaster. It's basically something that, gets you in order, your finances in order, so you know what's going on. Because not having something, like for example, you're going on a trip somewhere, you're driving, you need to have some type of direction, some type of map. Like in the old days they used maps, but now we have the GPS.
We have Google Maps.
We have the GPS to kind of lead and guide us. And so that's essentially what a budget is. It's a roadmap, to guide you towards the direction or the goal that you want to achieve.
That's exactly where I was going to go next.
Bro, get out of here.
Hey, it's crazy.
I'm trying to be in my mind today, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. We on the same,
Trying to be in my mind
same track. So when you have a budget, you need to set a goal. Whether it be a certain amount, time period, you need to set a specific goal. I thought I was going to say Pacific. But you need to...
that's kind of easy to say, though.
It is.
If you're talking fast.
Yeah. I'm going to slow it down. So you need to set a goal. So you need to define what that goal is. You need to make sure that you have the means to get to that goal. You need to confirm the importance of that goal, so you value it, it's important, and you need to set a certain timeline for your goal. So I'm just going to keep going back to the wedding, because that's what's going on in her life. That's my goal right now, okay, guys? That's my goal. That might not be your goal today, but right now, that's what I'm thinking about.
It's a good goal.
So I have what it is. I'm I'm budgeting for my wedding. So I'm thinking about my wedding being in January. That's my timeline. So I have from now until January. I have to make sure I have the means. So I'm really setting how much I need by the January. So I need to make sure.
So you're not buying no shoes?
I did. I'm going to be honest.
Lord have mercy. Help us, Lord.
Just one pair with my tax refund. It was a small portion of my tax refund, guys.
Okay. So you won't buy like, 3 or 4
Yeah, it wasn't
pairs.
like I was going crazy out here. No.
She got some type of, willpower.
I feel like you have to reward yourself.
Of course.
But anyways, we're getting off subject. My wedding goal. I'm defining my goal as my wedding. My timeline is by January. I have the means. I'm currently working. And then also I'm getting other means for my wedding. My parents are giving a certain amount.
Shout out to the parents.
Yeah, they always coming through. And then it's important to me because my wedding is something that I've always thought about having. A girl always thinking about. That's something that I've always had in mind. So that's why it's important to me. So I think I'm set for my goal right now. But
so you got a good timeline.
Good timeline. I have the means. I have a job. My fiance currently has a job. We're setting up something monthly that we save. And then we're trying to not go over what our budget is. That's the hard part.
That's cool. That's dope. So as far as your dress, are you being, I guess, frugal with that? You know, finding the best deal.
I think so. I'm gonna be honest on this show, guys. So.
Hey, we are on the No Fluff channel.
So speaking of, my goal was for my dress to be under. I just asked some of my friends. I was like, "Hey, what you feel like?" I've never been married before, so I was like, "What do y'all think about for a dress? Kind of what price range?" And I was gonna I'm gonna be under $1,300 for a dress. And I think, from who I asked, that's a good price. And so I booked an appointment at David's Bridal. They gave me 10% off.
Okay, shout out David's Bridal.
I didn't mean to shout out David's Bridal, but they give you 10% off if you made an appointment. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna make an appointment so I get 10% off my dress. And the dress that I found is under $600. So I'm already saving my budget anyways. There's another dress that I saw online that was $400 that I ordered because I just really want to see it on. Mm-hmm. So if that dress fits the way I want it to fit, then I've saved a lot of money because I got a $400 dress. And so that's already giving me room in my budget.
So that's $400, right?
Yeah, the dress is $400 and my budget for my dress was $1,300.
So you saving $900. Yeah. Look at that, y'all. Look at that.
Look at that.
So the takeaway from that is shop around. Yeah. I like to gauge mine, I like to look in 3 different areas. Mm-hmm. So if I'm looking for a jacket, speaking of that, you remember I told you about the North Face. That's a good segue into that. But y'all, I've been wanting a North Face jacket for the longest time, and of course it's the end of winter time, and we're still talking about deals and how that fits within the budget. And so, it was my mother-in-law's birthday, and so we're looking around in the outlets, and I go inside North Face, right? So I go to the clearance rack.
Really?
But the clearance rack, man, they had jackets for $200. I was like, this is crazy. This is the clearance rack. But then I looked to my right. I noticed this jacket. It was new arrival. $40.
$40.
I was like, this can't be real. And sure enough, when I went to the counter, it was, with tax, it was $43.
Wow.
Me and my father-in-law got the same jacket that day. But yeah, it's important. At the end of seasons, a lot of times, if you're waiting, to go shopping, you can get the best deals towards the end of the winter season or end of the summer, and just look for the deals because a lot of times you can break your budget by buying something outright for $100 when you could just wait and be patient, and then you can be saving money. Like Ramona's saving $900. Yeah. And clearance rack had North Face jackets for $200.
Right. Or like I said earlier, thrifting. I'm a thrifter just in general. I love thrifting. And then right now, just style-wise, thrifting is very in style, I feel like, as well. Also earthly conscious, because you're reusing clothes. But also, just when we're talking about shopping and being a smart shopper, you can even take that down to your grocery list. So if you're it's easy to go to a grocery store and spend $200, and you feel justified because you're like, it's food.
Especially if you're hungry too.
Exactly. So a lot of times before I go to a grocery store, I'm like, all right, this is what I need. I'm going to make a list, and I'm going to stick to this list. Because if I go in the grocery store without a list, I walk out and I'm at the register like, what? How is this still? Y'all still ringing up food? How am I this much? I just came in here and bought 10 items. Mm-hmm. But that's how it goes when you go to a grocery store. That's why it's important to make a list, know what you want. And even then you can talk about finding the best deal. Like sometimes I'll go to Aldi instead of going to like Lowe's Foods. because I know at Aldi it'll be a lot cheaper than if I go to Lowe's Foods. Even though Lowe's Foods might be a closer grocery store to me, I might make the extra trip to Aldi just so I can get, because I know Aldi a lot of times I'll get my produce, because I know a lot of times they'll have sales on their fruits and vegetables, so that's cheaper for me. And then I might go somewhere else if I need certain things, like I might go to Sam's or something if I need meats, because I can get meats in bulk and I can freeze them or something like that. But you just got to think about those things when you're budgeting, because you want to stick to a certain plan.
Also, some stores, they offer the online shopping, like your boy here.
Your boy
We
here.
do.
So what happens when you have a child? Your priorities change.
It's called convenience. You know what I'm saying? So to avoid, overspending, you can go online and do online shopping. I know Walmart, they do that. Yeah. Do it for the free ski, right?
The free ski.
And then you can just order it and pull right in, pick it up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then something with me, I know when I'm having my budget, I have to know my triggers. That's very important to know. So for me, I'm just gonna not go to the mall, because I know if I'm gonna go to the mall, I'm gonna buy something. So I'm just, instead of going to the mall, maybe I'll go to the gym, stay home, read a book.
Well, they still try to get you on your phone.
Yeah, they get
with
you.
These ads.
Yeah, because let me tell you, I meant to tell you the other day, I got a text. It was from Fashion Nova. So don't be signed up for those text alerts. Because they'll tell you, it was like tax. I know tax. It literally was like, tax time is around the corner. I know you're getting a refund, and we have an 80% off sale.
Man,
I was like, what? Came straight to your phone.
You know, that's called trying to control your behavior,
Mm-hmm.
So you have to literally discipline yourself and, know what's your trigger and, know how to say, no, all right, this is my priority. I have a goal in mind that I want to achieve. And in order for me to get there, this is what I'm going to do. You have to write the vision down.
Make it plain. Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get out of debt, all right, this is what I'm going to do to get out of debt. Because if I'm still doing the same thing over and over, that's not moving me forward, then you're not going to get it.
Right. How do you expect to do the same thing and have a different outcome?
Right.
Okay.
So, as someone who, is not perfect, I mean, we all not perfect. We still have, I know in our budget, we still have kind of some they call it spending leaks, those little small things that could kind of affect you, not in a major way, but they still can add up over time.
Yeah, like that $2 coffee that you get every day.
Yeah.
It can $2 a week.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be $2 a day for a week. That's $14 a week. 4 times 14. Can I do math? 6. That's $56 a week. That's $56 a month.
Just
Check my
about.
math, guys.
Just about.
Yeah.
But still, you can organize your budget. And we're not saying restrict yourself, but you still can organize it to where, if you want to have, coffee within it, you can, or you can just buy your own.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, instead of going and spending that, what did you say, $60?
It's a good roundabout number.
Okay.
Roundabout.
So, yeah, knowing your triggers.
All right, so that's all we got. I mean, that is a big picture of what a budget is. Next week, we're going to try to talk about how to actually make your budget. But today, just remember this. A budget is just a plan showing you how you spend your money. Your budget should be aligned with your values. You should have a certain goal with your budget. And when you have a budget, you need to be smart about what you're spending, where you're going to shop, when you're shopping. And then also know your triggers. So important. I expect y'all to come back next week with your pens and pencils ready to write down your budget as we tell you how to make it. So join us. Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
Join us next week.
Get some learning.
Yes, get some learning with Money Moments with Marc and Mona.
Holla, holla.
Peace.